this car is unique because it's of its colour. There were 3 painted in mushroom beige, and this one's been believed to be the last one. And there are some people who buy these cars just to remake or to convert them into a Mad Max car, especially in the States. They're dwindling so fast that they're quite rare. This was built in March 1974. It was sold in Perth. Who owned a garage, and he was Greek. I don't know if you know many Greeks, but Greeks love brown. Jeremy Clarkson saw it. We were drinking coffee, and he looked at the coffee, and he looked at the car, and he looked at his muffin, and he said, "Shit, guys, we're having a sort of fairly beige sort of day to suck some of the heat out of the engine."
So you're saying it's not built for speed, but rather for horsepower and drag racing?
Well, if in its original form, this car is completely in its original form. It has about 200 horsepower at the rear wheels. But I mean, it's a Cleveland 351, which is an American engine, and you can get turbos, you can get better cams and higher spec engines. But I mean, you've got to look at the practicalities. Are you married? Have you got kids? If you guys stay in a hotel somewhere, you've got to think twice about, well, am I going to park this in the car park? The Australian Top Gear team came to the UK in December 11. They came with the idea of doing 1 or 2 episodes with Clarkson and his fogies.
And how many movies has your car starred?
Because of its Mad Max heritage, the Americans like it. The fact that she is a competitor in terms of time and love. Do you need to go faster? This is a cruiser.
You've been living in London now for how long?
In Chad, Tanzania. In his 4th year at Bristol, doing product design.
Now I'm doing my MBA.
Oh, right.
I've just finished at the London Business School.
Wow, that's a tough course, no?
Yeah.
Can I go up there? The windscreen wiper motor there, it burnt out. It got some water in it, but I got a reconditioned one, and the reconditioned one even works better than the original. I had all sorts of, an old car has to pass the MOT, annual vehicle test. And basically, if the windscreen wipers don't work, or even the water jet doesn't work, and that never worked very well in these old cars, then you have an issue. A rotating plate that distributes the spark to the individual sparks. Air filter. This is a compressor for air conditioning unit that they put in after on the engine, but because it takes so much power off the engine, I took it off. Hardened valve seats to cope with the lead-free petrol that's been introduced since the 80s to reduce pollution. More recently, you've had all these pollution controls put on engines which didn't exist in the 70s. So, again, you don't have to keep up with that legislation. Every time I take this car out, I kill half a dozen people. That's the downside. But the rest of the time I ride a bike. Lots of parts were on the kitchen table for years. I think it was the styling that originally sold the car to me. I just find it gorgeous. Ford in Australia built this car to race. In Australia they have a circuit called Bathurst, which is near Sydney, and it's basically a circular race around a mountain. Very much a 3-dimensional course. Doing 100 miles an hour down the motorway. going to get a speeding ticket around here. Just loud.